Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is a YouTube video. Going to be a lot of good, the bad, and the ugly. Put all that to the side. This is about me doing my air conditioner and getting the job done the way I can only do it. If this video is not to your liking or too long, please move along to another one. Only going to get a couple of viewers, followers that are going to make my comment and say great job. And that is the bottom line. I went out, did a lot of research. I wanted a floor mount unit. Mitsubishi was the way to go. I chose to stick with Fujitsu, the 9000 BTU 26 seer, because that's what I have in the house and they work just fine. Like in the RC hobby, you go to your local hobby store and what do you see? Traxxas. That's all they sell. It's the popular model. They know that makes money for them and they don't want some Chinese knockoff. That said, you cannot get this AC split unit on the market at Home Depot or Lowe's. You could probably go find somebody out there that's going to sell the unit to you. And a lot of these local mom and pop stores only deal with contractors. So I had a friend. They helped me get my unit at the price I got it for. And a lot of these videos out there you see don't advertise the price. I have the bill of sale, no need for me to show it to you. AC wholesalers, 1,810.44, 2 units left. C Comfort, something like that, a little bit more money, $50 more. Free shipping, tax they charge. So I did a lot of research, $700 just for the floor mount, $1,100 for the outside condenser. Then you have low ambient heat. And what does low ambient heat mean? -5 degrees is what this climate is comfortable for. If you want the low ambient heat, that's a little more money for -15. That is -10 more degrees for a couple of $100 more. For you, is that worth it? This is a plant zone of 7A. Our temperatures in the northeast can go down to -20. Has it gone down to -30 at one given time? Yeah, every 10 years. So it stays at 0 degrees comfortable. Fahrenheit. You have to say that because, oh, Celsius? I deal with the old-fashioned school. I paid $1,330, no tax, for the floor mount and the outside condenser. Everything else I had to get on my own. It adds up to more money. Piping, very important to get the correct length. They don't sell it less length than you need. I probably needed 21 feet. Maybe I could have gotten away with 20 feet. I did not want to cut my ends, so I chose to get to 25 foot. There are other types of foam, the black foam, which is the more professional use. I got from Davie, Florida, a budget copper made in the USA for the project, for the air conditioner, and the foam was a little thicker and lighter than the other. But when I went to form it, that foam helped me make the bend than the other foam, which I've done an AC split unit before. I needed to get the bracket. I didn't want any specific, cheap bracket. I want something that when I walk underneath it, I'm going to feel protected. And I got the heavy duty bracket for the 30 ton is it called? I have a 9,000 BTU for the 30,000 BTU, 36,000, whatever those sizes are, the heavier units. The unit weighs about 60 pounds. One side's got the everything in it, so that's the heaviest side, and the other side's light, and you can see the way it's made. So I paid $50 for the bracket on the spot at a local AC store that was going to sell me the parts. They had 50 foot of cable. Don't need it. All I needed was 25 feet. I had to get the PVC ductwork by Pioneer. Oh man, everything worked out fine to the last couple of cuts, which it split. And I hope the cold weather don't split or crack the plastic. And I paid $40 for it, $44 about. And that was more than enough that I needed that allowed me to do my drain work and still have this much left over. All the piece parts, and I utilized them. The flexible one I utilized, but I didn't utilize the one that went in the house and up like so on a different angle. I needed everything to be close to the wall. And you'll see that in the video. So I also paid for Flex Seal. Yeah, that's extra security to the unit. Made sure I had no leaks. Good. With the copper, I paid about $70 to $80, $105 with a $5 discount. I got 25 foot of 12 AUG cable, AWG, made for the unit. Maybe it's 14, 12 or 14. And I got that as a combination kit. And that's what I got. I know I got other things for the unit. I needed molding. I needed insulation to go around it. I had the screws, etc., etc. So it kind of adds up to being about, I guess, another $200, $250 tops. I needed BX cable so I could bring the line from upstairs, which I modified to a junction box, and I can go into the AC box and work live. I got no problem doing that, but I'd rather do everything on the outside safely. So I needed the disconnect whip and I needed the disconnect box. Well, the whip sold for $12 at Lowe's and $13 for the whip, and the bus fuses, which are type H, they're called bus fuses. I have two 20 amps for 220 to 230 VAC electricity. 20 and 20 does not make 40. It still keeps it 20 amps, while the air conditioner is at 15 amp maximum rating. There are line 1, which is the white, line 2, which is the black, and a ground to the AC, and the 4 connection wire from the outdoor to the indoor go black, white, and some other colors, and the Lowe's colors didn't match up. As long as you do like for like, you'll be good. Rather continue to talk, let's show you. I'm not going to show you the actual building of everything because most of it's done. There are many videos out there on the market, on YouTube, and I don't have 1,000 machines. I only got one. So my important priority was getting the job done right the first time. So now I can show you and tell you which is step by step for me. I have a brick house, so you may have a wood house. Brick is different than wood, and I have different ways of doing things. My house was built in the 1950s, and a lot of modifications were done afterwards in the 70s. Now here I am showing you how I'm doing the work. Let's get going into the room. This is my fuse panel. That comes in from the street, goes to a meter. You pull the meter out, have a light from another electrical source or power source. These are my 2 breakers. Well, they do need to go on. They did not explode or trip, so that means I am good, because I am ready to hook up and power my unit. Over here is my line coming out from that AC, going into a junction box with a future run. It's showing to the first floor to circuit breaker 14, breaker 15 at 220 volts. This is the new line. It traces back, I didn't cut anything, goes upstairs, and this is my solar panel wiring. All the way up there, there's a hole, and there was a junction box up there that I moved, like I said, down to here and made the correct box. So let me go show you the air conditioner. I do need to put one part in, and let's get moving. There's my AC. It fits into the wall, recessed like a radiator. I could have put it up in the window, but it would be hanging a little lower than the window and nothing will work correctly. I could put it there and then have to modify the wall, or I could put it against the wall here and then run the pipes differently. Planning out your work's important. Plan it and everything goes smoothly. So I got a floor mounting unit that's going to go in this particular area. My AC was over here and it was loose. So I rearranged everything to my liking. And let me show you what I'm doing to get it started. This was my first step, to clean this area out, find a way to secure it to a cinder block wall and brick area, make my holes, the drain hole down over here, and the copper and wiring for the air conditioner over here. And you can see this is a Instafoam which is insulated around my square hole. I'm going to show you where the lines are at and show you what the outside looks at as well. This is my backboard insulation so the cold air doesn't hit it. The air conditioner lays on there, it'll stay in there. Put a little Instafoam. I made sure Instafoam's on here so this doesn't come off. Instafoam up here, which I will shave, and my wiring coming in, and I'm done. Put my AC unit in. This board here goes back up there. This piece of wood goes over here. This angle goes over here. Just to show you, this is molding that I already painted. On the side over here, I put foam, and I'm going to put it on the air conditioner as well, so it makes a nice suction and no air will come through. And a lot of insulation underneath and leveling. It's going to stay on the wood as anchors. There is the insulation. This is my solar panel and additional wiring, and the copper is going to come through here and go up the wall. This is my drain, which is metal to PVC. I made my drain, and there is my drain hole, a little escape valve. So I'm all prepared over here, and it runs along the wall, comes out over there into PVC piping, into a disconnect box, we'll show you that later, into the air conditioner, located right there. We'll show you how to hook it up, show and tell style. This is the floor mount air conditioner. The cover comes down and off, and there are 4 screws. They come off, and on the side piece slides out, lifts up, and comes off. Inside here, and here, and here, and here is your mounting holes. Your drain is located on each of the side, and you have the option to choose left or right for the drain. From the factory, it comes over here. There is a plug you pull out, take an Allen key, stick it in, and stick it into the opposite side. And then you have your drain hole. The piping. You come up over here. Very easy to access your 1/4 and your 3/8. Do not bend these. Leave them alone, and you're able to work with this on and off. You could put this into the wall. I chose not to do that at this given time. Let me put this into the wall so you can get an idea what it looks like. All your wiring. They are numbered, color-coded. If I remember right, red, blue, orange. So those are your 4. So here I am with my air conditioner. I slide this through, which I'm not going to at this given time. I will line this up, bring it into the wall, and show you what it looks like. It fits there nice and snug. I got my molding, it's all on. I just need to raise this up a little bit or keep it down. What I had to do was modify my windowsill. I made a nice angle, and that's exactly what I got. The air conditioner fits in there, beautiful. So let me go outside, continue with the AC, and show you what it looks like. So you see my line all set for the power, waiting for the PVC covering that's going into, and my disconnect box at the end where my 220 goes into. These are known as bus fuses, 20 amp or type H as in Harry, found at your local Home Depot or Lowe's. This is your line 1, CDL. This is your line 2. And you can see it says R, return. So I may or may not have this hooked up correctly. So this is my white lead because the whip didn't have the corresponding colors, so I made sure white and white. This is your disconnect fuses, and this is your ground. So the black will not go on to the ground. So this is line which is correct, and this is your return which is correct. Again, it's a 110 and a 110, and it doesn't make 40 amps. It still makes 20 amps. You put your cover on. You make sure you use seal tight no matter what you do when you're outside. I ran the hose, made sure I had no leaks, etc., etc. There are little lips that this goes into. This is supposed to be towards the ground, so you're able to get there and pull this fuse out. When you have a trouble and you come here and you pull this fuse out, this box is still alive to the return to the fuse box. Just keep that in mind. You lift the cover towards you and drop down and lock into place. So let's show you the connection, how simple they are made. From inside the house, you're going to go to the L1, L2, and the ground. To the air conditioner, you're going to go to 1, 2, 3, and the ground. Never cut yourself short with slack. Always make some type of a drip loop. And this is a nicely made drip loop. Since I did not have a seal tight, I made my own with a tie wrap. How neat is that? So watch out for shortcuts. You're never going to know. So the air conditioner mount is already hooked up, drilled into the wall with 3/8, 1/2 inch locksins, little tie wrap, nice and neat whip. This is your AC line that does not have to go into seal tight. I chose to do that and make it nice and clean. These caps here, the 1/4 and the 3/8, when you take these caps out, You should use an Allen key that will let the air or the gases flow. That's it. Once you connect your lines, you are good. You take these off, add your gas, done. 80 feet, 80 feet is the maximum you're able to run your lines before you need to add in refrigerant. This is an R410A unit. And how did I know that information, that I'm able to add it in? Well, I'll tell you what. You don't read instructions, you're never, ever going to know. So I read my manual. The question somebody's really going to bring up to me, and they're going to say, you should not install 2 units like this at all. Well, you haven't seen the final project. I am going to put a fan or a fin is called, and divert the air to go that way. So this way it does not suck in or get into these vents on the side. So it's going to be some type of a louver. Remember, that air conditioner doesn't go on all the time, or this one. So it will not interfere with the airflow. If they're both on at the same time, it will interfere. But with that deflection, I will be golden. But let me just point out something to you. Have you ever worked with PVC decorative piping? I got a problem. No. I'm going to be using the flexible tube because that's exactly where I need to do my work. I need to make a bend just like so. It goes around. How am I going to do this? I'm going to take the piping over here, going to bring it up, and I'm going to make my bend, and then I got all the play extra up there if I need to bring some down or up. Down over here, I did my measurements on one side. Need to make a nice straight edge cut. Let me do the cut and show you how everything else fits together. I only made a mark, so I am going to simply do my best to keep it level. I'm using a metal blade, a hacksaw blade. I'm not going to use a knife. I'm just going to take my time. Before I show you, this is Gorilla white glue. I glued this piece on. Then I cannot come over here and drill through my bricks with it. I could probably get a piece over here, but I'll be very happy with this secured. It made my exact cut the way I want it. So let's go put that 45 up there. Now I could put this inside, because you're wondering how it's going to fit. Then inside the actual coupler, I need to hold on to this, and I need to take this outer cover off in order for this to sit in there comfortable, so I can get my measurements right about there. There I go. I am going to put a level on it. Let's get to this. And now I'm going to just eye it. Use my drill. So I am pretty happy with that. Now I am going to pop a hole right here. Back piece. Line it up. Hopefully this is the correct way I've taken it off to put back on. I look to see if it's going into the anchor. And I check my work and I am secured. You can see how this is a little loose. I may put some Gorilla white glue on there. Now I work on my 45 degree. I need to utilize every single piece I have. So I slide on the piece that I cut off. This is the Pioneer kit that comes with the 45, which I don't need, but I need to utilize the 90 degree. I could utilize any of the angle, there are clicks. I prefer to go exactly like so. I'm perfect with the cut, my measurement that's going to go across, and right about there. No way can you make a bend like that from a manufacturer and say that's acceptable. It's more than a 90 degrees. I got my piece on, and yeah, I use these things that are called flare seal. I do apologize if I don't show you what I'm doing, because this is more important to me to get the job done than to show you just one unit and doing it myself. When do we open this up? And I don't think I have any proper tools to do that. So I'm going to have to go see if I got the wrench again, if I got the correct size. But this is all I got at this given time. I want to make sure that I get this off. But when do I take it off? When this is close up? I'm going to take it off now. Don't use a plumber's wrench. But this is the only thing I got. I'm going to follow my left thumb upside down. That came off. The other one was super tight. I'm going to leave it just like so for my safety purposes. My hardest part is now forming my copper up in here. And that's the trouble I'm going to have. I am bending it up the best I can. I am doing a good job indeed. My hands are out of the way. I am making a beautiful connection. I'm going to bring the unit a little closer this time rather than pull my cable. And there I am, right where I need to be at. So I am going to take my cover off. So here we go. They are good. These threads are looking good. Just a matter of patience. There we go. A little tough at the beginning, but we're on there, right? I don't know if that is cross-threaded. It's not. It looks good. Everything is fine. I'm good to go. Time to clean up, get the other cables in there. Here. connected. They say open it up and then torque it gently in the open position. Counterclockwise. I don't hear the air going in. That's open. It's gently turned. Cap goes on. You could torque it if you like. This cap is loose. There is a valve in there that you can press. Don't press it with your hands because that's negative. So forth. This just felt cool or damp, but it's only my imagination. So I am going to press it, and you can hear the air come out. Press it a little bit more. I'm going to use the tool to do it. And that should be enough that my air is purged. This is my pump. I'm going to open it up. And I should check for leaks, which I don't think I'm going to have. So what do I have? Dawn, soap, water. I don't have any other soapy substance. As long as I can see it go. There it's tightening. So put the cover on. Now let's go check for some leaks. Anything is better than nothing. Soapy water. I am good. Close it all up. Turn the breaker on. I'm good to go. I don't like that. I don't like that over there. Let me go get some more water. Get a sprayer. Maybe the bubble traveled up and that's what I saw. I'm good. Always double, triple check your work. I'm good. I had to modify my shelf in order for the air to come up. If I did not modify my shelf, this is what I would have had. Air being blocked, but I still feel the air, so I can lift that up, do a lot of different things with it. So I got my power all lit up in operation, the vents all working, the battery located down below over here, and I could go to powerful and change everything. So I do want to swing the fans, have them set. Now the unit has swiveled and the air blowing full. Just have to give it some time and we'll see how cold this room gets. Observation of the unit working, everything's fine. I got my water coming out and I need to modify my piping just a little bit more. And I want to really pay attention to how this is going to come out. I want to make sure that it's flowing, which it is. You could feel it going in there. So I need to build this up so this could actually go into the unit. I won't be able to see it going in here, but that's why I got that drain hole there, right? So do I want to make this pipe and close it up? Yeah, I don't want bugs going into the unit, to the house, because there is an opening in the drain. And this will go down to the city. So maybe I could figure something out over here with a little U cap. I have a drain cap on there before. So you just saw water dripping here. It is coming out. And I'm not going to worry about little things like that. Maybe the hoses are not tightly on there. There we go. That's what happens. They do come off. You can see it dripping here. I want to raise that up some. It's good. Keep an eye on this. Let the AC run all day. So this way water can escape. That's the key to this. Let it travel in there and escape, find its way out. I hope this video may have helped somebody out there that is looking to do these by themselves. You need to have a buddy to lift that unit up. The piping wasn't too hard. I had to cut a hole through a wall. The drain hole had to be accurate. I insulated everything, which I still got to insulate that area, put the putty around. But I want to make sure everything works first. And I didn't show the conduit putty. The problem I had was the water not going into the drain 100%, and that's why I have a release area so it don't flow into the house. So if it gets high up in here, it's going to come out that drain. Not bad. I spent a lot less than I could get this wholesale online. It took me a long time to do the work. How many days? 3 days if I put everything together. But it took me over a couple of weeks to get the job done. Not rushing at all. I don't have a manifold. I purged the air through the high end and didn't have to do it for long. And it's kind of confusing, the instructions. It tells you you can have a maximum of 80 feet, 50 feet, and make sure your cables are short and the unit will run fine. So I am very pleased with my work, and the AC is running all day today. And we're going to see how it runs in the near future. So for now, if you see a video like this, how to do it yourself, I couldn't get everything out there, and I showed you the simple stuff, how to do things, putting everything together, and I hope it was, again, to your liking. I do apologize for being under an hour long. But at least I'm going to sit comfortable for the rest of my summer and enjoy the room. That's going to cool off the whole area. It's a Fujitsu 9000 BTU 26 seer floor mount unit. Hopefully I have many years of great use. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. somebody's going to say, why didn't you use the flare kit and cut the hoses? Well, I don't want to leak. I know how to do it. I just felt that having the copper, like so, wrapped up, works for me. A lot of people out there say this is how things are to be done, and they kind of scare you in doing it because you say the incorrect way. It's not incorrect, it's just the way we do things. This is the quick and easy way out. Don't want to make a mistake, and if I need to extend things, I got it right there. So on that note, I want to thank you for stopping by. You don't have to use this flare tool, get one, or have a special one just to get the AC going. Have a great day, everybody. For those who want to see an update, look at that little louver. Just enough so it deflects off of the intake, the fins there. It will not block any air either way. So when both units run, I'm good. Down below, you can see what I've done there. I put little blocks holding it up. And then maybe my next step is to take my PVC covering and just cut around it. I'm good to go. And that's my update. See you on the next video.